What is up, guys? JayFerGaming here. Welcome back to F1XL Race Highlights. This is Season 9, Race 13, the German Grand Prix. If you're new to my channel, do remember to hit that subscribe button for career modes, F1XL highlights. And if you want to join the league, do head over to f1xl.co.uk. In terms of the championship, we are fighting for like 5th, 6th position. Our nearest rival, Jack Sparr, also known as Stroll Love or something like that. Yeah, that's who we're aiming to beat. And yeah, this weird incident qualifying. Looks like there's been a crash pretty much straight away. Hansen's out the session, and championship contender Liam was involved in that. So I don't know how that's happened. But moving on to my session, and it wasn't great. I don't know, I just didn't feel comfortable at all. That was my best lap, and we were 1.2 seconds off pole. That's just really bad. I did put in practice before this as well. I just didn't have the grip, and the back end was stepping out all over the place. Maybe I've gone for too much straight line speed, but Liam got pole, but he actually had that penalty for contact with Hansen, so that's good for my teammate who's fighting for the title, and Stroll up there in 4th. So as soon as I saw this, I knew what was going to happen. Rain at the start, early pit stop. Well, I'm going to be behind my teammate, and I'm going to have to stack like 3 other times this season. It's so frustrating. Just hoping for my teammate to get taken out or something. Only joking. 5 lights out and the German Grand Prix is away. We've got a better start than Spooky on our right hand side. It's a very tricky turn 1. There is always contact every single season at this track, but surprisingly not here. Everyone's got through that very nicely indeed. I think Crawford took out the DRS marker. Yeah, but apart from that, it's a very clean start from everyone, so that's good to see. Up to P8 then, and we get a fantastic run here off the exit of turn 2, and I thought I could possibly take 3 cars here, but there was absolutely nowhere to go, and I thought we better play it safe and not cause a huge crash. We could be going 3 wide now, but I decided to back off. Spooky breaks a bit early, Liam does as well, and there's contact ahead, and we unluckily get caught up in it. I don't know if that's lag from Crawford, but I think he would have crashed into whoever that was anyway. So we've got a damaged front wing already. That's so frustrating. It shouldn't affect us too much in the wet conditions, but when the rain goes away and the track dries up, that could affect us in the quicker corners, unfortunately. But we stuck with Vapid quite well here, and this is a very unexpected move. I was like, oh crap, oh, we're going to hit Hansen. Oh, that was so close. I was absolutely crapping myself there. Obviously didn't want to take him out, but luckily we only get a warning. So 2 laps at the hairpin, we've got 2 warnings for contact, which we really need to calm down. But to be fair, the first one, we just got very unlucky. But I was sticking with these quite well, and I thought, I probably am quicker than these as well, even with this damage. So the intermediate conditions were playing well for me, and Spooky goes a little bit wide here. He loses a few positions, and that's not good for him, but it promotes us up to P7. You can see on the minimap there's quite a gap between the top 3 and this little group here. So yeah, it looks like, I don't know what we're going to be fighting for, but Stroll is up there in the top 3. We need to watch out for him, try and catch up to him as soon as possible. And yeah, this very tricky turn 1, so easy to corner cut, that I was taking it, I think, a little bit too cautiously, and I just lost too much time. Just memories of last season, getting a penalty for all the corner cut warnings. But yeah, I was starting to struggle now as the rain was getting lighter. It'll be time for dry tyres soon. I thought possibly last lap I could have come in, but it was probably too early, and yeah, it means we probably will have to stop, because I felt like it was ready for dry tyres at the end of this lap. But Liam's put me under pressure. He's not had a great start. Obviously, he was caught up on that first lap incident with myself and Crawford. I think he might have got damage as well, but yeah, it didn't work out well for him. So he gets the move done here. We get better traction. He's slipping around, struggling as well. So it's not just me, but I felt really bad. I just couldn't keep up with the cars ahead. It was just such a difficult period of the race the past couple of laps. But we settled in behind Liam. And at the end of the lap, DRS has been enabled. We got a recommended strategy to come in for dry tyres. So yeah, I'm going to change the front wing. I'm also going to get held up. I knew this was going to be an absolutely horrific pit stop, like probably 10 plus seconds. And we'd probably end up back in P10 because Spooky at the back, I think he had a bit of contact and span, but yeah, that's worked out very badly for us. We actually come out slightly ahead of Crawford, so I think he probably had damage as well from that contact on the first lap. But I put on the mediums here, and I'm going to be honest, these tyres felt absolutely awful the first few laps. The car was sliding all over the place, and then also remember back to Bahrain where I had that very sensitive wheel which was changing every couple of laps? Well, that happened again, unfortunately, and I have practiced a little bit with higher sensitivity just in case this happens again, and I have improved a little bit, and obviously Germany for me is a better track than Bahrain, but it really wasn't helping at all. So I decide I'm coming up to turn 1. I'm not great at turn 1, so I'm going to pause and just recalibrate the wheel here. So a bit of tactics here, so the computer controls me for this one corner, but we recalibrate the wheel. Obviously we lose a bit of time as well, so Crawford behind us is going to get very close. He'll probably get DRS and blast past me, but instantly it felt better. The grip on these tyres still not great, and we're absolutely miles behind everyone else. I mean, look at the mini-map there, my teammate absolutely miles ahead, so Nuthead, you need to stop sweating because you're too good. But yeah, easy move for Crawford here. Gets the move done. We are later on the brakes, but I don't think we're going to be doing anything here. Go for a switchback. Better exit. Can we get close enough? I thought about going for a move, but yeah, I don't think side by side through here for 9th position is a great thing to do. So I'll settle in behind. And yeah, it wasn't really an exciting race overall. I was on my own for most of the race. I just didn't have the pace. Obviously the unfortunate getting held up and then damage to my front wing. So we're skipping to lap 22 now. In terms of strategy, most cars or drivers had 2 sets of mediums so they could use them. I only had 1 set, so I had to stretch out this stint quite far. And now I'm trying to stretch 12 laps on the soft compound tyres. I wasn't sure if that was possible, but I thought I might as well try it because I haven't got much to lose. I'm effectively in P10. Not really doing much as cars who have pit are just miles ahead really. So Stroll has actually been demoted to P9, which is great for us because I think he was up in P2 or 3. So yeah, I think his Xbox kicked him back to the dashboard. So thank you, Microsoft, because he's my main rival in the championship right now. But yeah, it's not worked out well for him. And now with 12 laps to go even, we're on the softs, he's on the medium. So I thought we might have a chance of taking P9 just to salvage a few points because this race hasn't been great for us. It really hasn't. And I just couldn't catch up to him. It was really, I just didn't have the pace. But yeah, there we go. I had the sensitive wheel once again, and yeah, we get our first penalty of the race. But I thought nearly every driver must have a penalty. It's just, turn 1 here is just so tricky. You want to take as much speed as possible, but you need to be so precise. But yeah, the timings were very wrong. It said back then that I was 1/10 behind Stroll, but finally, with 3 laps to go, we finally get onto the back of him. It's taken so long, and this is for an extra point. This is a battle. It could be for 5th in the World Championship. So yeah, I really wanted to make this stick, and we're going to go for the move here. We're going straight to the right, we've moved to the left, and no, we've made contact into the barrier, pirouetting down the track. What a show this is for Spooky, and now we're in last place, just to compound our absolute disastrous race. So Stroll, thank you for taking me out. That was all your fault, and I'm making sure you're getting banned for next race. Only joking, this was totally my fault. Shaped to go to the inside. I thought he was going to move to the right. I made a last minute change of decision. I wasn't decisive enough. That's totally my fault, and I deserve that, I really do. I just haven't had the pace in this race. Very disappointing. We've got to be doing better than this. And yeah, it's pretty much race over. Damaged front wing. I honestly didn't care at this moment. I was hungover, very tired, and yeah, I'd had enough. So we get a warning there into the pits, and I don't really brake very well for that. So yeah, I think that's my first time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. I'm usually really cautious, but yeah, that compounds everything. And on the penultimate lap here, yeah, Hansen to the left. I think he got a puncture and retired, which I've got to say is a strange decision from him because he still would have beaten me, I think, if he pitted again. So he's thrown away a point there. So thanks, Hansen, if that's the case. We're going to get a point from this with P10, and I was pushing so hard to get the fastest lap. I get another penalty. I honestly didn't care. I was tempted to retire, but I know you've got to stick to the end for the team, for yourself. And plus, I've only ever finished outside the points in 2 races that I've actually finished. So at least we come home with 1 point. That's something. It's not going to help us that much, but we don't lose too many points to Stroll in the championship. We only lose 3. But one thing I want to point out, Chris in P2, he's only been in the league for 2 races, but he's got 33 points. So I think in the championship we might need to look out for him. My teammate absolutely dominated that race. No penalties either, so yeah, get out the house one day, lad. No, he's put in great performance, and yeah, unfortunately we had an absolute disastrous race. So if you have enjoyed my bad luck here and awful driving, please do leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already to my channel. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope the racing's going to be more exciting and better for us in the future, and I'll catch you then. Goodbye.